her mom, the way she was dressed, I was like, child, the bigger the income. I felt like that's like Bridgerton all the way. Like her outfit was on point. Okay.
Yeah, it was giving high society.
I felt like pinky up, tea up. Like I felt like, where is the crumpets and the biscuits and the tea? Okay. Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about Love is Blind UK Season 2, Episodes 8 and 9. If you haven't watched those, save this video and come back. We already have 2 recaps of the first 2 drops of episodes, so check those out as well. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I'm a psychologist.
And I'm Kamaria. I'm an attorney and a pop culture writer. So let's get into these wedding episodes of Love is Blind. Well, let me just say, overall, thought there were going to be more no's than just Bardha and Jed.
Absolutely.
I thought the only yes we was going to have was Kirean and Megan. These people surprised me. I'm like pleasantly surprised. Now I want to see the reunion. I want to see if they still together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If they're still together, then I'm like, all right, we got something here. Because I feel like if you show up for the most part at the reunion together, most of the people seem to be staying together. That seems to be the milestone. A few of them have not. I think Milton and the really tall guy.
Yeah. They were together by the reunion.
Yeah, I'm saying they're the only ones that I think that them and there's a couple. I'm
about to say them divorces now. They've been dropping like flies lately. For the most part, I feel like if they're still together at the reunion, they've been together. They've been staying together. Yeah, for a year.
The trajectory.
Yeah, I mean, I think overall, like, this was a good set of couples, even going into the experience. I think the biggest red flag was Javid and Katisha at the very, very start. I wasn't sure, like, with Bardha and Jed, with this whole, like, dominant thing and how they show up in that way, like, where it was going to play out. And I wasn't sure if he was just, like, coming on too strong. So, but I had thought at the very beginning, at least, that Billy and Ashley were going to say yes. Not, like, 100%, but I was leaning more towards a yes with them until, like, the second drop of episodes. That's when things kind of got a little shaky with them as well. But yeah, let's get into Bardha and Jed. Like I said, I was surprised, and I wanted to know what them arguments was about, because if it was about not paying at a table, I'm like, how bad did the argument get, honey, that you still decided to say no?
Yeah. No, they didn't even show us the argument, so it was kind of like what was happening. But for me, Bardha and Jed, their conflict, it seems so surface. I'm not saying that that's not a real conflict, like somebody being more dominant, like especially a male and a woman feeling like she's much more independent, but it kept showing up in very surface ways. Yeah. And I was just kind of like, I want to see something deeper about this for me to feel it more, because right now I don't entirely. I see it, but I don't feel it.
Yeah, well, I think it's because it's a cultural thing. Like, I think we've talked about this before, like, in a lot of Middle Eastern cultures, like, the thing about, like, honor, respect, being a provider, being a protector, and all of those, like, very traditional masculine roles are presented to little boys at a very young age, and they're brought up in that system. And just from my experience around individuals in Middle Eastern culture, like, it's heavy, like, and you don't waver from it. Like, a lot of people have a hard time going against the things that they've been brought up in some of those cultural backgrounds. So I feel like it was possibly that, and so that's why to him it was looked at as like, I'm not being heard. But for her, it's just like, oh, it's just like, it is what it is. Like, baby's like, you got it sometimes, I got it sometimes. And he's looking at it as like disrespect. Like, no, I said I want to be able to take care of this and allow me to. And it seems like there has been some compromise happening, because he said sometimes she pays, sometimes I pay. But in that moment, I felt unheard because I said I wanted to pay. And so I think what he was like looking at that as is like, when I say I want to be able to step up and like step into this position and display certain behaviors and a care for you, like, allow me to do that. And I don't know like how deep the argument got, but the fact that they were just having more arguments after that, and then I think she had said, she's not an argumentative person, and he said, she can shut it down. She can, I think they said like park it. She can park it a lot quicker than I can. And so if he's one of those types of people who like they're gonna get their point made and they're gonna keep going and going and going and going and going until I feel hurt, I'm gonna assume that possibly it was a little like aggressive in his approach, and it was too much. Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder what's gonna happen with them. I'm most interested to see. Well, like I'm interested to see all of them, to be honest, to see what happens. But like since they kind of left things on a question mark, right? It's like I don't know what's gonna happen with them. But he seemed very hurt by her saying no, or like he seemed shaken. Hurt. I don't know if it's the best word, but shaken, not kind of thrown off. Is like, I need a second to regroup. So I would love to hear how his regrouping went and how that happened. And that would tell me a lot about how he felt about her. But I think she made the right choice, to be honest.
I think so too. I feel like if you get to that day and you have any doubts, like just say no, because at the end of the day, you are signing up for something lifelong. She said something interesting at the end, and she was like, if, he can get past this and we can move on from it, like, it'll be great. But no matter what, like, I know I made the right decision. And I think like that, like saying that with that type of clarity truly means like there was a clear wall up. Like there was no second guessing. Like, did I make the wrong decision? Was this the best thing? Like, if you at the end of the day will be okay with him being able to walk away based on this decision, then he clearly, it's clearly not like 100% yes. And so you can't be mad at the girl for it. You got to respect it. What did you think about his parents' response to her?
I thought it was fine, because I think I think all the parents recognize that this is such a quick process, and his parents out of anybody seem to have, well, not out of anybody, but his parents seem to be on the side of like more concerns around it. Not like major concerns, but just like, they had questions, they had things that, it's not all roses and champagne and da 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 da. So yeah.
Yeah, I think his mom specifically had said she was like the pessimist in their relationship, like in her marriage. So I was surprised that she took such a like soft and like loving and caring approach. Not saying that I expected her to like turn up or anything, but the fact that she seemed like she was so understanding. I don't know if it was relief or
I know, right?
Or what?
Or just like understanding, because like with her, if she's a pessimist, it's like, yeah, maybe she's just like, I didn't think this was going to move forward, and this makes sense. This makes about sense. So, thanks for being honest, like that's all we can ask for. I did think Bardha's dress, like Bardha looked amazing. There are some people whose dresses I loved. I loved hers. I loved Ashley's. Beautiful, beautiful dresses. Megan's was cute too. It fit Megan. Her whole look fit her.
I liked Megan's.
I didn't like Sarover's dress though.
I didn't like Sarover's either. I liked her Indian bride dress.
Oh, her Indian dress. I just remember it was gold. Nothing about it stood out to me.
Yeah, it was very, very vibrant. I liked it. Okay, yeah. The last thing I wanted to say was when they asked him, what were you going to say? And he was like, I mean, it doesn't matter now. And I'm like, no, I want to know. What was you going to say?
Oh, yes. He didn't. He just kind of took the right, because it's like he just seemed like he was butt hurt a little bit, but like not like hurt, just ego hurt. Like that's why I'm like it's like it just shook his world a little bit, and so his ego seemed a little hurt more than anything, and so it's like he need a second. And you don't want to like lay more cards out on the table, because but it that was an ego thing, because it's like, were you gonna say yes? And I guess he was, because like if you weren't gonna say yes, then because if you weren't gonna say yes, then why not say like I was a little concerned as well, and so I think she made the best choice for, you know what I'm saying? Like if you weren't gonna say yes, then why would you withhold your answer? You withhold it because you don't want to look stupid. I would withhold my answer too. If I was about to say yes and whoever I was with I'd be like,
I was thinking maybe he wanted
said
to
no,
say
and
no
that's the choice for us.
I was thinking maybe he wanted to say
but
no
I didn't
first.
think it was.
No,
that's
I'm just
not
kidding.
The energy he was giving.
I'm just messing. I'm just being petty.
You want to switch into Sarover and Kal?
Yes, which is Sarover and Kal. When they were at, I don't know if it was at the bachelor party or whatever, and I think one of his friends asked him like, do you think she's gonna say yes? And he was like, love is blind, but Sarover is not blind. And then he said something else about his looks. I was like, he's so full of it.
I know. I was so like, cocky, bro. You ain't that fine. Stop.
Literally, please stop. He's so full of it.
Stop. Yeah. But I caught that too. But I was so surprised he said yes. I was just like waiting for him to say no, because there was no part of me that thought he was going to say yes. And especially because his brother and his friend,
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, not in it. But,
and on his account, I was like, doggone, your friends, your brother, they don't think you a good guy. Like, they don't think you show up.
Well,
not a good guy overall, but like that you don't show up well in relationships. Like, to me, that's a red flag a little bit.
For sure. They're the ones who, if I were to put money on who may not still be together or who may get divorced sooner than later, to me, it's them. Because it's all on him. It's all on him. It's like something about him still is not giving, whatever for me. But when they give those speeches, it gives that they're going to say yes when they have a nice flowery speech,
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I didn't think his was that flowery. I think he said, I wrote down everything that I wanted in a woman, and I wrote down kind, cute, thoughtful, caring, and beautiful. And I was like, that's what you wrote down? Not saying those are bad things, but I'm like, we need to get a little deeper in the bucket. We didn't like.
Yes. Yeah.
As he said, posh. I literally, like, when I saw the mom, like, the way she was dressed, I was like, child, the bigger the income, like the English society. I felt like that's like Bridgerton all the way. Like, her outfit was on point, okay?
No. Now that you mention it, yes, it was giving high society.
I felt like picking up, tea up. Like, I felt like, where is the crumpets and the biscuits and the tea, okay?
Girl, don't have me out here, mouth open laughing, okay? But yes, no, she did. I didn't even think about that. Like, when I saw her, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, I was just so shocked him saying I just knew this man was like, but
but part of my thought though, like bringing up like her outfit, he kept bringing up her being posh, and he was like, like my posh pod princess, and that's something that I like about her at the table. And I was like, does posh mean like bougie, rich? Like, what does that mean? That's what it was giving.
I think so. Yeah.
And so I'm thinking, like, are you like, okay, this can be a little bit of a little cash cow come up?
Oh my God! Looking for the angle, we're like, we don't believe it. What's the angle? What's he coming here for? We don't believe it.
Say that Kal don't have his own thing going for him, but some people, they want to make sure marrying and dating in the same tax bracket or something similar, something higher, so that that y'all are like.
I mean, his tax bracket. I mean, I'm not trying to say that about his family, but his family didn't seem like they were posh. That's not what they were given to me.
But I'm saying him as an individual.
You think he's like elevated from his family's original?
I think so. I would think so. I think so. Because didn't he say he got businesses and stuff?
Honestly,
but to bring that up though, right? Like seeing like his family, right, versus her family. I was thinking like, because some people, they want to get farther away from like what they came from. Not saying it's like a bad thing. And so I was thinking like, is this part of the pool with Sarover, that she comes from a very posh background?
I don't know. I think you're reaching on that one.
I'm reaching. All right, I can take it.
Maybe you're not. I don't know, but it's like I don't know. Maybe I'm so scarred for everybody coming for us in the comments about him. I'm like, leave him. Not too much. Oh my God, leave him alone.
Child.
Second, no, I wasn't scarred, but
and I don't like the guy. So let me just put that out there. I don't unlike Kal. I would say I unlike him. He's just not my favorite. That's it.
Yeah, I don't dislike him either. Not just saying unlike, but I don't dislike him either. But it's very blank slate for me, and it's you know how you just like you meet people, they're a blank slate, and then you add all the beautiful things you love about them on there, and not that we met them, but it's like there's nothing on his slate for me. Like it's like I guess, it's nothing on his slate.
Literally.
Like I don't. There's nothing that makes me feel like Kal. You know,
Yeah.
like for like somebody like Kirean or Megan, it's like vibrant, emotional, intuitive. Like they're just, there's a lot of things I can write down about it. Kal, it's a blank slate, but Sarover is a little bit of a blank slate too, except she's kind and she's very like intentional, and it's like I can write those things on her slate of like how I view her, but and posh. But for him, it's like the slate is still blank. I don't know. But it's not a bad slate. It's just blank, It's just still blank.
Yeah. He's a trip. Cause even when they were suit shopping for them and the host, she was like, now, only the bride is supposed to wear white. And he was like, well, that makes me want to wear it even more. So I'm like, maybe he's a little self-centered. Surface.
Yeah, no, his brother said that. Yes.
So I'm like, just in terms of like, again, like the motives, right? Like if you are someone who is naturally possibly a little bit more surface level and like thinking about like yourself, like on your wedding day, like BFing for real, like
no,
even if it is a joke,
real.
Right? Like it's like, is there a little tight pool? I'm not saying it's 100% the motive, but like seeing where she comes from, I mean, I can't get off of this mama. Sarover mama is like, the way she was even clapping at the end. I said, baby, I literally wrote down, I was like, is she an etiquette coach? She seems like one of them, like the ladies on TikTok who be like feminine this, feminine that. Like, I don't
know. No. I feel you. There is like, girl, you're hilarious. I cannot. Okay, it was something I was going to say about Kal, and you done took me off of it. I think I was going to say like the one thing that for him, I was like, okay, maybe there is something here to this, him and Sarover, is when he said, I really quite enjoyed, their living together. He said something like that. Like, I really quite enjoyed, being with you during this time. I was like, oh, okay. He's, he kind of really likes it. The second thing I was about to say, to your point about him being selfish, I wonder if there is an element, because Sarover is very kind, I wonder if she's a little accommodating. And I wonder if that matches with his selfishness, and that he really enjoys her partly because she makes space for him, and she just kind of, is not I don't want to say pushy woman, but she's very simple, it seems. And she's very like, treat me well and I'll treat you well and I'll make space for you and I'll make room. And maybe they fit in that way, because of possibly.
That. Yeah. It also seems like Sarover too, she's probably like, I don't want to make these assumptions, but based on the things that I've seen on her like TikTok and Instagram, or Instagram really, but like she's a runner, she does Pilates, she has like all these different hobbies, and so like she's probably busy, and if you're a busy person who enjoys your life, you guys can, it makes a good it's a good setup to be interdependent and not like so dependent or codependent on one another for like enjoyment and quality time and all the things. So that could also be a part of why it kind of naturally happens. I don't know what he's dated in the past, but
yeah,
clearly that's been an issue.
Yeah, but I still have my eye on them.
Same.
I still have my eye on them. Any other thoughts on them before we go into
our faves?
Megan, and Kieran.
Let's go into our faves.
Yeah. So, wait. When you said, okay, let's go into Kieran and Megan, it made me realize, like, I was like, oh my God, I was so emotional doing them. And I was like, somebody else made me emotional too. And I was like, who made me emotional? It was Bardha's mom. Bardha's mom saying, I would walk to see you. I said, oh, come on, mama. Come on. Like, I was emotional. I was teared all up. But side note, not her making her walk for her to say no. But it was so beautiful. I was like, when she, and it was like the translation, so you were reading it, and I was like,
it was very sweet.
God. I was teared all up. Anyway.
Yeah, I actually had wrote down, I was like, Bardha is so gentle with her mom. Like, it's so sweet to watch. Like, she treats her like her, like, porcelain doll, like, greatest treasure. It's so adorable to watch. I was like, I gotta treat my mama better, because I'd be like, I'd be like, I'm the parent now. What is going
Right. Like, no, girl. It's like just a side note on parents, though. Right. As we get older, it is like, oh my God, we're learning a new level of patience, because it's just like like you said, it is flipping. It's weird, but it's like, I have to learn a new level of acceptance and patience. So yeah, good thing to point out. Bardha did. And even when she was leaving out to go outside, she's like, I need to get some air. And she's like, could you watch after my mom for it? She said that. I noticed that. I was like, she's like, could somebody tend to my mom? Like, she is very, very caring for her mother, and that's really beautiful.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, let's switch back to Kieran and Megan. So they had me all emotional. Kieran, when he was like, Megan, he was like, it's just one word. I was like, bruh, you got me. I'm emotional. Like, even was that his dad who was like, look at him, he's gone.
Yes.
Yeah, I enjoyed through and through.
Like, this was the one couple that I enjoyed watching their, like, story go back and unfold. And I was like, I love that moment. Like, we didn't even talk about it when they were looking at each other's Instagrams. Like, love that moment. That was so cute. We were uncovering all the drama that we didn't highlight all their goodness. But yeah, they are like, it's like, this is, I think, UK's, Cameron and Lauren, like, just that couple that you're going to be rooting for a very long time, and you can't wait to see their journey unfold. And like, I love at the end how he was like, I knew she was going to say yes. She knew I was going to say yes. Like, and I'm like, and that is how you show up on wedding day. Like, absolutely no doubts, just giddy and excited. I was like, as soon as Megan's mom handed Megan off, it looked like they was about to kiss. I was like, they already at the end of the ceremony ready. In their mind. So,
No, I was going to say that exact same thing, that like the fact that they were 100% sure was so nice. It was like, this is what you want. So 1,000%, like 1,000%. Like, I loved it. When they were at the reception, they did their dance. Like, of course, like Megan, she got her moves. But I was like, that girl, she like, these are just panties. They're just panties. That must be her belief, because she was just flinging them legs up in the air. Like, just,
I mean, when you dance in leotards, it's like, hey, it is what it is.
She like, right. I'm like, she's like, these are just panties, people. Okay, see my split. Because this is like, that girl, and probably from being a dancer, that she's used to dancing in whatever leotard or whatever thing that's not, they have to dance in, like, be able to move. And so she's probably like, child, I ain't thought about my panties showing in years.
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, I wanted them to show the full dance. I was like, why y'all chopping and screwing this up? Like, this is the moment we wanted to see.
I know.
And I literally wrote down, like, get you a man who loves to dance with you. Like,
that's funny.
I wrote that because I was like, there is a level of joy that comes with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, intimacy and romance. Like, it fills all the spots. Like, that's emotional connection. It's physical connection. You know, like, it's so intimate. And I was like, get you a man who want to dance with you. Like,
that's so interesting. I love dancing, right? Like, I want to dance for all the time, right? But I do not like dancing with men. I like dancing by myself. And it's so interesting. I've never met a man who I enjoy dancing with, right? But I have met like homeboys who like to dance, and they are so fun. Like, cause it's like, it translates to their personality. Like, their personalities are just like, I'm here to have fun, and they're not too stuck on themselves. Like, and so they are my favorite guy friends to go out with, but I don't dance with them. I don't dance up on them. Like, we'll just be like, hey, like it's like they can be your homegirls in a sense. Like, they're in the circle too.
It's just a level of like just freedom, not being afraid to embarrass yourself. Like, it's so much. Like, I think, like, as women, yes, but also, like, as a guy, when you don't mind just getting out there like a Kieran and like widening your hips, you know, like that could be easily be. I could just hear somebody, I don't want to do. I like it's no, like let's have fun and like he like I don't know, it was perfect, especially for Megan because she is a dancer. And so now they can, like, if they was here in Chicago, I just know they'd be a little two-stepping.
Steppers. Yeah, my mom's from Chicago, and so like that's all she talk about, these steppers. Like they go out and they step. It's in the Black community, you know. Yes, for those who may not know what we talking about, they be serious about their step game in Chicago. It's not even a game, but it was something about to say. Oh yeah, to your point when you said you wish they showed the whole routine. I did too, because it looked like a routine. Like they was dirty dancing, like the ending type of stuff out here. Like I wanted to hear the song. I wanted to see the rhythm, because it's like whatever song they played, I don't think that was the song they were dancing to. Even though it was on beat and stuff, I don't think it was the song.
Yeah, right? It wasn't, you know, Netflix don't want to pay no copyright. So
but they've been doing like lately, like I think last season they had good music. Was that Netflix? That was Netflix.
It was Netflix. I think they've been having waves, but I don't think it's been like consistent. So I don't think they were like, for Megan and Kieran, we're gonna go buy this track, you know, so that we can play it. And the song. But hopefully one of them posted on TikTok or Instagram or something, because I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
I would love to see it too. Like and like maybe the UK Love Is Blind UK don't got the budget that Love Is Blind America got. I don't know.
True. You're right. Because it's not necessarily like Netflix. It's like a show that Netflix. Yeah. Anywho,
no clue what. I don't know. But they it might be the same. I don't know. But there was something I was going to say. My brain is not working because I don't know if you can tell, but I'm coming down with a cold, girl. Something happening. My nose is all stuffed up. I don't know. It's not enough sleep over the past few days. It's too much. But oh yeah. So this was the first time that we saw their families, right? Like Kieran and Megan's families, their moms. Like, I mean, we saw her mom on the dress fitting, but that was these episodes, you know. But I was like,
we just saw their friends.
Yes, and I think only his, right?
Yeah, if I can remember correctly, just
his. So it was nice. His mom, she seems like she's got a little spunk to her. Yeah. I was like, this is cute. This is cute.
She had that suit on. I said, this is a different vibe. We went from Sarover mama to Kieran mama, baby. And she said, we go toe to toe with dressing. You beat me today. But not too much.
I know.
Yeah. And I loved his tie. I don't know. Did you notice his tie was like a little thicker and it had like that loose fitting look? It's really cute. It was really cute.
I liked his top hat, to be honest. I liked his top hat. I didn't think, when I saw it in a commercial, I was like, oh, this top hat. But I just actually liked it, you know?
Yeah, the whole outfit. I felt like it matched also Megan's vibe of her dress. I was wondering, because she had like the gloves and stuff. I was wondering if they talked about that or if it was just like their personal styles just blending together well for the wedding. But yeah, loved it. The other thing I wanted to bring up was everybody in the room was crying during the vows and during the ceremony. I was like, and this is how you know the love was real. Okay, I was teary-eyed too. Okay, that made me emotional, but everybody in that room was crying. Like all the cameraman kept doing was just panning to everybody. Like they were bawling. I said, oh baby, the love is in the room. I'm like, this is the type of wedding I like to be at. Don't invite me to your wedding if it's trouble in paradise, okay? Because I want to come and be like, yes.
For you, like, girl, I ain't got time.
I'm so serious, okay? I want to be like, hand on the Bible, I support this marriage, okay?
I know. And you want to have a wedding like that where everybody's just kind of like, you know, because I was thinking about like the things that they were saying to each other, and like that. Let me speak on that. The things they were saying, like the things that Kieran was saying about Megan, the things that Megan was saying about Kieran, it's like, yeah, you know that they're in this. Like, I wish I had written down the things that he said, but I remember him saying something. Did you write down? Jog my memory, girl, because you're looking like you're looking at some notes.
Kieran, first of all, he started off with you flew into my life and I can't remember what life was like before you. I said, oh, my brother came in swinging. Right. Okay, and she had a similar line. She was like, I can't imagine life without you. I said, they're here. They both mentioned building a family. I said, they're here.
Yes,
they're here.
Yes. I knew it was a
yes.
Like girl,
that's why we're crying. This is why I said, hand on the Bible. I can support this marriage.
Right. Like that's when I was like, both of them saying that the families, I was like, okay, they're saying yes. They're saying yes. Because for a second, I was like, why isn't Netflix touting them up as the couple? What is this Billy and Ashley type of, like, why were they the first? You know, I don't know. I know we've heard some.
I do think it is because there was so much, like, back and forth with Billy. I think they wanted us to have, like, this moment and
at the end.
Yeah, and be like, you know, because it felt like I mean, we'll get to it then, but like,
we'll get to it.
Yeah.
But I get scared a little bit for this because I'm like, this is clearly the top couple in my view. So are they not still together or something? Like, why isn't Netflix like building them up as a top couple? I feel like, is there something we're missing that we don't know? And I know, like, we'll get into like interviews and stuff like that probably on another episode, but I think I've heard some things that like maybe she was with, like, she and Javin were they paired up in like,
they were each other's
in the
final two in the pods.
In the pods. And it's like, was there something about like that whole thing, and then it got heated towards the end? Like, is there more to these stories that we don't know, that they're like, they didn't believe in it? Because like, from what they've shown us, I'm like 1,000% this was the couple of the season, and it didn't feel like Netflix gave them that edit though. I don't know. It felt like they gave Billy and Ashley the edit of that, but it was like, it was struggle a little bit.
Yeah, because the whole point, like, I feel like Love is Blind, if we go back to season 1, right, like, it was truly about the love. Now it's like, we need a little bit of drama, and so whatever couple is going to be able to give us some drama, I feel like they kind of like tout their storyline up just a bit. But I have seen like TikToks of people breaking down, people, internet spies. They be like, this picture was in his video. They do, child. That's what they is.
No, yeah.
People like, he was standing right here. You could see the hallway here, the picture here. So it seemed like they still together from what I've seen.
Okay, that's spies. Good. I mean, my heart says they gonna still be together. My heart does not have any doubt or questions. It is my mind that is like, why aren't they
it was too good
as the it couple? Yeah. And I'm like, what's happening? Like, why am I missing something? It's like, I'm just scared, because they were my couple. They are my couple.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, it's something,
until we make a claim, like a loud and bold, firm claim that this is what we want to see, we're going to keep getting the drama, because we was complaining about stuff being boring. We want the drama too. Yeah, I know, but that's why we will never get like this, because it's like, even the last season of Love is Blind US, who is it? The Christmas couple.
Oh,
they technically should have been the couple of the season. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were clearly well fit, but we didn't see too much of them in comparison to some of the other stuff that was going on.
Yeah, but it was like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I felt like they got a little bit more of clearly they are the couple edit than Kieran and Megan got. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just judging it off of that. I don't know. But I don't know.
Yeah. Alrighty. Are we ready to move into Ashley and Billy?
I just feel like there's so much more still on Kieran and Megan. But yeah, we can move into Ashley and Billy. And if I have more to say, I'll wrap it up at the end with Kieran. Yeah, I'll bring it back because it's not at the top of my brain. I don't have anything right here, but I just want to, they were my faves.
I got you. I do have a clarifying question for both Kieran and Billy. Were both of them married before? Or who was married before?
I think Billy was married. I think Kieran was just in a 7-year relationship. But then he did say something at the wedding that made me think it was a marriage.
Right. They both alluded to, I don't want to do this again, or I don't want to make the same mistake as before. So I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, who was married?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I didn't go
Yeah,
back
me
to double
neither.
check, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to
Yeah,
know.
let us know in the comments if y'all remember, because like
Yes.
sometimes people be watching the shows 3 and 4 times. Like when we had our little Love Island watch party the other day, somebody said they had watched the season 3 times. I was like, girl, we need you on our research team because we watched
Literally.
one time.
We might need to hit her up though.
Cause I was like, whoo, child. That in Live Island ain't no short show. That's an every night show. But some people may have watched this more. So if you watched it, Love is Blind UK this season enough to do the research and you saw who is married to who, let us know in the comments. Cause we just chit chatting.
Yes, please. And also too, make sure you hype this video. It's a new feature that YouTube has.
Hype me up. What's that song? Hype me
up. Yes. Anywho, okay. So Ashley and Billy, I literally was like, girl, is you gonna go down the aisle and plead and beg this man to be with you? Like, I was relieved. And also, like, is this what you want? At the same time, when he said yes, because it's just like, again, like in comparison to Megan or even Sarover and Cal, because Sarover didn't necessarily seem like she was too nervous either. I think when he ripped up the paper, she was kind of like, huh. But like in general, you want to have
I know
a
what
general.
that was.
Yeah. I feel like you want to have a general sense of like, my man is choosing.
Oh,
me,
for sure.
You know.
For sure. Like it was, I wrote that down, something like that, when she was looking at him. Just like generally when she was waiting for his answer, there was just like a look of anxiousness on her face. And it was just kind of like, whether he says yes or not, is this the energy you want? Is this how you want to be feeling in this moment? And so I was not feeling that. However, I do feel like the time away probably was good for him. It seemed like it brought him clarity. It just seemed like he understood what it was that he valued most. And it's not this career, the difficulties of the career. It is who she was and what she brought to his life. But I will say this, like, I wrote down in my notes, I was like, he looking nervous. Like, he looked like he about to say no. He looked like he about to say no. And so it was looking not right. And so I wonder if when he came to his yes, did he come to his yes in that moment? Did he come to his yes?
Absolutely.
No.
I literally wrote that. I said, oh, he just chose, because he looked like he was on pins and needles. And in his interviews, I don't know when they do them interviews, like that they play through the getting dressed and all of that.
But they probably do it that day, like as they're sitting there getting dressed and stuff.
He was very much so given, I don't know what I'm gonna say, and hopefully she's not mad at me if it's a no. It was definitely given like, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And his vows definitely were not giving, I want a future with you. It was given, thank you for doing this with me.
Thank you and for that's your service.
It. Yeah, thank you for your service. Literally.
Yeah, no, it was. And they kind of cut it abruptly. I was like, or he cut it abruptly. I was like, is this the editor? Is this him?
Yeah. And that look, I was like, this is a look of like, motherfucker, you better say yeah.
Were you talking about her look to him or his look?
Her look. It was given like, please do not say no. Please don't embarrass me in front of all these people.
I don't know. But yeah, I do think he's a yes. I'm a little, there are ones on my watch list, you know, with the Sarover and the Kal, because I think they have real concerns. And in this episode, I will say something dawned on me. I was like, I feel him on this flight, you know, cabin crew career. I get what he's saying, because it's almost like being with people who are like truckers or who travel a lot for work. It's like, is that the life you want? But I do think there's an element of like, for the right person, you know, you might do some things that you don't want to do. And so it's like, does the rightness of the person override the inconvenience, you know? And I think that maybe he just turned around and realized that his answer is yes. But I at first, I think a previous episode, I had said something like, it's just cabin crew. It's just this. You can readjust your schedules and stuff like that. But from these episodes, even the last episodes, like her friends seem to really be saying like, this is a career you love, and she loves doing what she does. And so how much scaling back is she going to do, you know?
Yeah, like I hear what you're saying with the cabin crew thing. I also think too it's still a career where there's a lot of flexibility, even if like you're part-time or like you pick up shifts whenever you want to. I feel like the fact that she's been so loyal to her company that there's probably ways she can work around it. She can't be full-time, clearly, you know, and be on like a regular set schedule, because my boyfriend's sister's a flight attendant. That girl stay. I'm a low flight girly. She don't be in the air. She travel for herself more than she be working sometimes. So
really, what does a low flight girly mean? That means she does domestic flights and she's home by dinner.
Like she don't be.
But
gone
is she like
much.
part-time or full-time?
I don't know what she's considered. I don't know like what the tier is, but like out of a month, I feel like she might not be home maybe 4 days, like if that. But like she don't be on that many trips. Like she'll pick up stuff, but
I wonder how they do those schedules, because I'm like, can you really just be flying all day and then come back in time for dinner?
Some I think more regional airlines do, like for in the US, like Allegiant. Or like the like, you know, American, they have like their regional, I forgot what it's called, but you know how it'll be like like brought to you by or whatever, and it'll say another airline's name, but it'll still be under like American or Delta. Like those flights where you're just going from like a Detroit to Minneapolis or like a New York to DC, like they're quick back and forth, like that's all they do all day, and then they go home at night. So there is that as well. Yeah.
She need one of them. But yeah, shocked, surprised.
Yeah, hopefully she's happy. You know? If they're still together, I hope she's happy. If they're not together, I hope she's happy. And ultimately, she has not settled so much to make this marriage work in ways that she never imagined herself having to do for marriage. She's just gonna say she wanted it real bad. Like I literally wrote down like she wants this bad. Like every interview I was like, get this girl. I wanted to be like, I like Ashley's energy, but like no shade, y'all ain't gotta edit her like this. Like let's pull back a little bit.
I know.
Pull back a little bit. Just a little bit, please. I want this. I want the marriage. I want the partnership. And I didn't believe in love until this. Billy is the one for me. Like I'm like, you know, I have to keep doing this, y'all.
Yeah,
please.
like I will say, like, yeah, no, same. I was thinking the same thing. When she was like, you know, I just want everything to be perfect. And it was just like, she is living in a fairy tale. Like she keeps trying to whip her head back into this fairy tale thing. And because it's not going to be perfect. It's already not perfect.
Right.
But
you can't
at
have
the same time,
so it's definitely not going to be perfect. Like,
girl. I don't know if I'm just tired or if you're just hilarious tonight. Like, I think you might be hilarious. So maybe a mix of both. But I'm like, I promise you, I have had no sleep. I'm tired. I'm like, girl, this cold is like, it's knocking on my head. But you've been funny tonight, girl. You hype her up, y'all. She's been killing it tonight.
I'm so weak.
Cause girl, I've been laughing. I'm like, but you know, sometimes you be like sleepy.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know which one it is. Is it funny or am I sleepy? I don't know.
Oh, well, let me know in the comments, y'all. Let me know.
Girl, I ain't got time. But yeah, I guess that's the end of the episode. Do we have anything else? Like, I think you were saying,
Yes. During Bardha's wedding. If you have not seen this, please go back and watch, okay? There was a black man in a gray suit. I don't know whose side he was on, but when everything was going on, he literally said, and it reminded me of Virginia and Devin's wedding on Love is Blind US the last season when the dad or grandpa, whatever, was like, what?
I'm really
had to know. It's just like the crowd has got to stop.
I cannot.
But he said, oh, sister girl, like, I was like, whose side is he on? Whose side?
I know. My God. Like, yeah, no, I will say this overall. I walked into this episode, like these 2 episodes, not really caring, to be honest. Like, I didn't care. I was like, oh, I don't care who gets married, who doesn't, right? And then as I had like some of the surprises, I was like, oh, okay. And like, it was like so yes, I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, oh, Kieron, I knew that's the only folks I was like, they gotta say yes, but I thought they were gonna say yes. Yeah. And so when I saw them, I was just like, oh, this is so great. But the fact that these were some unexpected results, actually, that's what kept me interested, because I was like, oh, because I literally started the episode, they were going through, we didn't talk about the bachelor parties and stuff like that. Megan was on stage. She was just like, you gonna watch me work. She just was doing splits, all kinds of things. But yeah, they didn't really have much going on in the bachelor party besides that.
Yeah, they never do unless somebody's saying something they shouldn't, which didn't really happen. Right. But yeah, no, I think we had talked last recap about like the editing and how it was like, you know, the editing wasn't too bad. And I would say the same thing for this, because it kind of like brought you up and you were like, wait a minute. And then you're like, oh, okay, Sarover Kal. And then you're like,
the last episode.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, the way they structured the weddings, I think was perfectly, because you thought, like, you kind of thought, like, especially with Bardha's vows, that it was going to be a yes, and then it was a no. So you were like, oh, shoot, like, I got to tune in and see what's about to happen with the rest of them. And so, yeah, and then ending with, what's
Billy
his name?
And Ashley.
Billy saying yes was like, oh, okay, well, now we got something to look forward to in the reunion. Like, I think they edited it very nicely.
Yeah, I wonder if this reunion is it gonna be live? Is it tape? Was that where they were last night? During the watch party? Like I don't know any details about the reunion. I have not looked into that.
Yeah, we got.
All I know is that they need to do it, because I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for all the things. I want to hear some things. I want to hear from all the people.
Yeah, same.
All the people.
It does though, like from what I saw, but like I didn't see too much. I was online chronically, as I usually am today, but I did see, it seemed like, you know, some of the people that you wouldn't expect to be cool, they cool. Like if somebody is somebody's friend, but you still like, hey, in the picture with this person. So
you talk about
like
Javin and Yolanda. I saw them in a picture, and
they was
I
in
saw
a picture.
Anu and Javin.
And Javin was in a picture.
All the guys.
Patrick was in the picture with Yolanda. So I was like, okay, like it seemed like everybody's cool. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, it
it did seem like everybody's cool.
It's been a year. Everybody's like, things are squashed. Everyone is supporting each other in comments.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. I was about to say, what was I about to say? Ooh. Oh, Kieron. Kieron got a new haircut. He looked like NSYNC, a member of the Backstreet Boys or something, in his new hairdo. Say you're a millennial without saying you're a millennial, but that's what he gave when I saw. I was like, new haircut, but still my fave. He could come out looking like Garrett. Was that his name? Garen from the Taylor and Garrett. I didn't like his reunion look either, but I liked him. He was cool.
Everybody was acting like they was eating that outfit up.
I know, right? I didn't like it. But I'm excited for this Love Is Blind reunion. They have them. They have one for season 1. I just wonder, like, are they going to do it live? Or what are they, because they don't do them live anymore.
It's always an edited show.
Since the first fiasco.
Yeah.
Since the first fiasco. But anywho. I don't think I have anything else. Yeah,
that is all. That is it. We will catch y'all for the reunion next week. And make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. If you haven't already, please hype up this video. And share it with a friend. We're trying to grow our audience.
Your TV besties.
Yes. And so if you have a friend that watches these shows, let them know. And we do have a Love Is Blind group chat on Instagram. So if you want to be a part of that, please DM us. So yeah, we'll catch you. Bye.
All right. Bye.